And Mark Webber goes back around the outside of Jensen Button into turn 4. And now Webber's coming on the inside of us. And Webber's gone. It's spun off there. Mark Webber has spun off the track. And that's forced Jensen Button into 7th place. But what has happened to Mark Webber? He's clipped the rear tyre again. And we've slid into the barriers. What can we do now? And we smashed into Raikkonen. And we've spun off the track. And that's terrible. And there's a tyre. Someone's out of the race. Maldonado's been destroyed. And that is a terrible crash. A terrible crash. Pastor Maldonado has absolutely been destroyed into the barriers. That is a massive crash for Pastor Maldonado.
To let the light shine through for you, for you, for you, for you, for you, to let the light shine through.
Hi guys, CombinedYoutuber here. Welcome to the F1 2013 career mode today, and we'll be doing the Hungarian Grand Prix today. It's the halfway point through the season in this Hungarian Grand Prix, and we'll now go to the race. We qualified 7th, as you saw from the celebrations there in the qualifying, but now we're going into the garage to start the Hungarian Grand Prix. Hopefully it'll be a really good race. It's usually a good race in Hungary, so hopefully it will be a good race. So let's do this. I just decided to completely skip through the setup because it took far too long in this episode, so yeah. And here we go. So the race strategy will pit on lap 7, but I'm not sure if that's even going to be possible in this race. Now going to the grid, Fernando Alonso starts from pole, so hopefully he'll get another win in the career mode. And going out on track now for the Hungarian Grand Prix in Budapest. So here we are on the grid in Hungary. Fernando Alonso starts from pole position for Ferrari, ahead of me in P7 for Force India. My teammate Paul di Resta is in P13, and this could be my last race for Force India, because I might get a contract if I do well in this race. So as the 5 red lights start to come on, we have 5 lights. And lights out, and away we go for the Hungarian Grand Prix. And it's a pretty good start from us there. Going down towards turn 1. Who's that? Raikkonen is trying to get past us there. And he's got past us fully into turn 1. So is Nico Hülkenberg. Now coming into turn 1. Round the outside of Raikkonen. And we're going into P6, I believe there. Yes, we are. But now we're side by side with Hülkenberg. Down towards turn 2. Can we get P6? Now we're going to go up the inside of about 3 cars there. Already up into 4th. Now going round the outside of Rosberg and the inside line into turn 3. We're already up into the podium positions by turn 3. That we've gained 4 places already. And now going down towards turn 4, we're catching Lewis Hamilton in the other Mercedes. Fernando Alonso still leads. Lewis Hamilton is in 2nd place. Now coming down towards the chicane. Can we get Hamilton? No, we can't, because Hamilton is pretty difficult to overtake in this track. So yeah. Well, some drivers say they do, but now moving on to lap 2 in the same place, and turn 4, the fast left-hander. Now we're right at the back of Hamilton, down towards the chicane. Can we get Hamilton? Hamilton's just absolutely cut us off there. Up the inside of Hamilton into the chicane. Can we get him? We just held the car there, but Hamilton's trying to fight back on the outside. But we get the inside line into turn. I believe that was 8, I believe. And we get up into 2nd place. Now chasing down Fernando Alonso on lap 3. Beginning lap 3, we set the fastest lap. 1:27.324. Now we are right at the back of Fernando Alonso. Down towards turn 2. Here we go. We're right at the back of Alonso. Can we get him in this next corner? Into turn 3, the flat out right-hander. Now we're getting really close to Alonso. We put out the outside and we speed past Alonso into 1st place. Into P1 we go. And that's great stuff. We're into P1 already by lap 3. And we're 3/10 purple. We're now onto lap 3 where we go wide there because we overshot the corner. And Alonso has taken back the lead. And Hamilton does not take back 2nd place. But we've held our 2nd place. Now can we get Alonso back down towards turn 1? Starting lap 4 now. And Lewis Hamilton is trying to get us back on the outside of us down towards turn 1. Now Hamilton is trying to go on the outside. Can he get us? No, he's just backed off the move on the outside, and Hamilton stays in 3rd place. But can we get Alonso now down towards turn 2 again? Lap 4 of 18 here in Hungary. Now coming down to straight, starting lap 5, going to stand mix now. Now down the straight, can we get Fernando Alonso with 6/10 behind him? Hamilton's with DRS, looking up the inside of me, down towards turn 1, but now we're up the inside of Alonso. We're looking up the inside of Alonso. Can we get Alonso? But Alonso's fighting back. We're now side by side, but Alonso has cut us off there. Can we go on the outside of the inside? Round the outside of Alonso. We've overshot the corner just slightly. Well, not slightly, just a lot there. And now we're side by side with Alonso down towards turn 3. This is great racing with Alonso. Now we're absolutely side by side down towards the left-hander at turn 4. We go round the outside. Alonso has lost a position or two into turn 4. And Hamilton has taken back 2nd place. So now let's see the replay of that, because I didn't quite see. Alonso did lose a position to Hamilton up into 2nd place, and the Red Bull gets up to 3rd as well. So Alonso had a terrible corner there. Wow. Hamilton went round the outside, and a Red Bull went round the outside. I'm not sure who is 3rd at the moment, but that is a horrible corner for Fernando Alonso. But we slide out of turn 5 there, and Mark Webber's the Red Bull that's got up into 3rd place. So that's good for him. As Hamilton's trying to come on the outside of us, we're touching him a little bit there. Hamilton's trying to go round the outside. Hamilton does get us round the outside, but we're still side by side with him, but we're sliding a lot. And I think we may have to pick this lap since we're sliding that much through corners like that. Now coming down towards the right-hander at turn 11, I believe this is. Now up the inside of Hamilton. Can we get him into turn 11? And Hamilton's completely off the track there, and Hamilton is now touching with us. We go round the outside of Hamilton, back up into P1. And wow, this is great racing. But now on lap 5 we're coming to the pits because our tyres are red. And here we go into the pits here in Hungary for our first pit stop in this Grand Prix. And this is a brilliant race so far. This has been brilliant action. Absolutely brilliant action for the lead. But let's see where we come out now, coming into the pit lane. How's the pit stop? It's a 3.193 second stop there for Force India. We're down into P16 after the pit stops. So actually not that bad. So we've lost 15 positions. But we can catch up to the field, of course. But we went way off the apex of turn 1, so we went a little bit wide out of the pit exit, which is a bit bad. But now 2 laps later, we caught up to Maldonado, who was in 15th place. He crashed out last time in Germany, as you saw from the preview. But now coming into turn 4, we're behind Maldonado down towards turn 5. What can we do to pass to Maldonado? Now coming down towards the chicane. Here we go. We've got the slipstream of Maldonado down towards the chicane. Can we go on the inside? But our pad just glitched out there, so that's why we went onto the grass. So it's not my driving skills there. That's my pad glitch. And now after the flashback, Maldonado slows down, and we get past Maldonado up into 15th place, and that is a good move. Now Daniel Ricciardo, our fellow Australian driver, is next. Now coming down towards turn 11. Can we go up the inside of Ricciardo into this corner? We absolutely go down the inside, but we managed to hold on to the car there without spinning off there, so that's a good move from us. Up to 14th. Now we're chasing down Mark Webber, who's down to 13th. That's really, really interesting. Mark Webber's down to 13th. I'm not sure what's happened to him. Maybe it's because he's pitted, probably. And now, now people are in the pits now. Let's see where we come out in this. We come out in about, we're going to get out ahead of Sebastian Vettel. We do get out of Sebastian Vettel. Up into P7 we go. So after the pit stops on lap 9, we get up into P7. Now we're right on Mark Webber. And we're still behind Mark Webber on lap 9, at the end of lap 9. Now coming down towards the penultimate corner. And then we're trying to go round the outside of Webber. Can we get Mark Webber round the outside? We get him just about round the outside. That's brilliant stuff. And Esteban Gutierrez goes in the pits, so that's P5 for us. What can we get out in the lead of the race as we were in the lead in the pit stops? Can we get up? We're into 2nd place, but Hamilton, the cheeky bastard, has got up into P1 in the pit stops. Hamilton has taken the lead into P1 after the pit stops. He's got the undercut on us, even though he's pitted earlier. He pitted at the same time. And I'm moving on to the chicane on lap 10, where we have a safety car deployed, which is really, really interesting now. We have a safety car here in Hungary. That is the first safety car of the career mode. We could have had one in Monaco if we did the race, but we just didn't. But it's the first safety car of the career mode here in Hungary. This is get really interesting. And now moving on to this corner. And we're slowing down behind the safety car and Lewis Hamilton. Now we look to the standings and a dramatic stuff that Fernando Alonso is the one who has caused the safety car. I think Fernando Alonso has crashed out. From what I saw on the original video, Alonso crashed out on the back straight. So Alonso is out of the race. The pole sitter with a... Wow, that is unbelievable. Fernando Alonso, who was the pole sitter of this race, is now out of the race. As we decided to pit under the safety car just for fresh tyres in the last few laps. So we could probably win this race. I wanted to win the race, so I wanted to go on fresh tyres to charge for the win in the last 5 laps, I believe it is, in this Grand Prix. Now, after that, we were down into P9 behind Romain Grosjean, just out ahead of Jenson Button. But now behind Grosjean on lap 12 of this Grand Prix, behind the safety car for the first time in the career mode. Maybe our last race for Force India here, of course, as I said. But now the safety car is coming in this lap on lap 12, so it's been in for about 2 and a bit laps, so 1 and a bit laps actually. Now I decided to go to Rich Mix just to charge for this possible win, maybe possible podium, maybe a win if I get lucky. But now behind Grosjean, we're weaving our tyres for the restart. This is crucial. We need a good restart here in Hungary. We need a really good restart to get better traction on Romain Grosjean. We just need a really good restart. That's all we need to get us into the... So here we go, green flags now, and we're racing again here in Hungary. And now we've got a bit of bad traction out of the corner. Now starting lap 13, and we're behind Grosjean down towards turn 1. Can we get Grosjean into turn 1? What can we do into Grosjean? Up the... No, just looking, but we touch him a little bit there. But I just really wanted to get these positions, so we got past Romain Grosjean, but he touched him a little bit. But I just really wanted to get the position, so it doesn't matter if I touched him, because I really wanted to get these positions. Now Raikkonen is the next car up, the other Lotus driver, now going down towards the penultimate corner. Can we go up the inside of Raikkonen into the penultimate corner? We pass him for 7th place. Nico Hulkenberg is the next car up in the Sauber. Now coming down towards turn 1. What can we do to Nico Hulkenberg? Now using DRS on lap 14. Now 3 laps after the safety car period, we use the DRS. Now looking at Hulkenberg, we're trying to go round the outside of Nico Hulkenberg. Can we get the move done on round the outside to turn 3? Can we do it, Ricciardo? Yes, we can. On Nico Hulkenberg, we get the move done there. Let's check out the replay. That was a brilliant move on Nico Hulkenberg, and the camera just didn't focus properly there, but I think we touched his wheel on the way through there and into turn 3. But that was a great move by us on Nico Hulkenberg. Now moving on to lap 15, lap 16 of the Hungarian Grand Prix, a thrilling race, and we set the fastest lap by 1 second, a 1:25.4. Now up the inside of Massa into 5th place. We've gone from 9th to 5th, and now we're side by side with Sergio Perez now down towards turn 2. This is great racing with Perez. Can we go round the outside into turn 2? We can stick it round the outside into turn 2. And we're up into 4th place from 9th on the restart. This is brilliant stuff. Now we go round the outside of Sergio Perez. That is a brilliant camera angle. And Perez has been swooped around the outside. And after the another flashback, because we went wide at turn 2, Nico Rosberg made a mistake. And he's lost a lot of time, and we've caught right up to the back of Rosberg, so this could be a podium finish. But I really wanted to win the race. So coming on to the penultimate lap, and now into the penultimate corner. We're touching Rosberg a little bit there. Now coming down towards the penultimate corner, we're touching him, and we just about force him off the track. We do force him off the track. We had to, because I really wanted to go for this win and the podium. And Rosberg is really holding me up, so I had to do something in order to get him away from me. So moving on to the last lap, I think we've got unlucky here because of Nico Rosberg holding us up a little bit. We're up into P3 after the Rosberg pass. I know it may be a bit of a legal pass, but I just had to do it because it was really holding me up. Now Lewis Hamilton wins his 5th race in the career mode, and we just got unlucky there. We should have taken the win in this race, but we take 3rd place, which is actually not that bad. That is our 4th podium of this career mode. We should have taken the win there. If we had about 2 more laps, then we would have taken the win. We would have taken the win if we had about 2 more laps. left in the race.
Well done. Good race.
So Lewis Hamilton wins his 5th race in his career mode. Sebastian Vettel finishes in 2nd, ahead of me in 3rd. Then Nico Rosberg finishes 4th. Sergio Perez in 5th. Felipe Massa is in 6th. Nico Hulkenberg finishes 7th. Kimi Raikkonen finishes 8th, ahead of his teammate Grosjean. Jensen Button finishes 10th. Esteban Gutierrez in 11th. Mark Webber 12th. It was a shocking race for him in the end, which 22 seconds off the pace too. And now Paul di Resta finishes in 13th. My teammate Daniel Ricciardo is in 14th. Maldonado 15th. Bottas 16th. Chilton 17th. Bianchi 18th. Verne 19th. Pick 20th. Van der Garde 21st. And Fernando Alonso, the dramatic DNF that caused the safety car in this Hungarian Grand Prix. So, where will we be in the championship after this podium? If we took the win, we probably would have been up into like 4th or 3rd, even, if we got lucky. We should have taken the win in this race. If we had 2 more laps to go, we would have taken the win. So Lewis Hamilton retakes the lead of the championship, which I kind of expected, because Alonso DNF'd. Lewis Hamilton retakes the lead by 18 points from Fernando Alonso in 2nd. Sebastian Vettel is in 3rd. Nico Rosberg is in 4th place, ahead of me in 5th, so we're back up into 5th. Felipe Massa is in 6th place. Mark Webber is in 7th. Kimi Raikkonen 8th. Sergio Perez 9th. Romain Grosjean 10th. Jensen Button 11th. Nico Hulkenberg 12th. Gutierrez 13th. Bottas 14th. Di Resta 15th. Maldonado 16th. Verdun 17th. Ricciardo 18th. Bianchi, Pick, Chilton and Van der Garde, I think. But Mercedes lead the constructors by 44 points from Ferrari in 2nd. Ahead of Red Bull, then Lotus, and McLaren, Force India, Sauber, Williams, Toro Rosso, Marussia, and then Caterham in last place at the moment. And now here we are, celebrating out of our car, celebrating our 3rd place, but we really deserve the win more. We should have got the win in this race. We really deserved the win, because we came in the pits for our first pit stop on lap 1, so lap 5, and we're in P1. So VJ Mally are delighted with YouTuber's podium. All drivers want to push for a win, but if they cannot achieve that aim, then they will definitely want to be on the podium. 2nd or 3rd place may not be a race winner, but it still brings with a good points haul. One driver who should be happy with his result is Force India's CombinedYoutuber. Probably my last race too. Fantastic drive by Lewis Hamilton. What a weekend where there was from Lewis Hamilton's race engineer after the driver finished the race at Budapest in 1st place. A good result was to be expected as Lewis Hamilton had been putting in a solid performance all weekend. So I hope you enjoyed this Hungarian Grand Prix from Budapest, and see you guys on my next video. Please like, comment and subscribe, and goodbye.